when I turn up the bass.
Right. Hello. Good evening. We're live. I presume we are live. Freeze told us we're live. Is anybody checking on YouTube that we are?
We are live.
Hello. Welcome. Good evening to another wonderful Saturday night. Now, as you can see, we are missing someone. We're a man down. It's got no real excuse, to be fair, so I won't bother bullshitting you like he has us for the past couple of hours. So Free State's not here, and so we'll be trying to
Get his channel banned.
yeah, in the best way possible.
He's just been done. I don't even think YouTube would bother watching this live stream.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine blaming a wisdom tooth.
So, I mean, it's so fucking boring what we do anyway. So, the first, as you can see from the thumbnail, Brexit courses, because we've been hearing in the news about all the delays at Dover, Folkestone, etc., and all the ports that are all the cause of Brexit. Now then, I don't use that route often at all, but we do know somebody that does, and he's here to talk to us about it now. QU Gammon.
Yes, okay. I will start off with a bit of bad news at the beginning, boys and girls. The French have got a point, a small point, which is easily fucked over. So out of all the little booths you got on the queue up to the first bit of queue, which is the French part of the passport control, there's one lane out of all of them for coaches. And each coach takes a certain amount of while because they got to scan and then stamp the passport. Now, you'll get told this takes absolutely ages, but I want you to think about something. How many items get scanned on a conveyor fucking belt when you go to Tesco's and Asda's? And that'll tell you where your delay is. It's got fuck all to do with Brexit. There's a small little thing of stamping and scanning the passport has not caused that massive amount of control and that amount of problems. It's the lack of booths and the fact it's an Easter bank holiday weekend.
But think, right, why haven't they kept up with technology? Because I know for definite when we have lorries coming in and we're taking stuff off the lorries, you've got a handheld scanner. You go, that's one pallet in. You count it, make sure, click whatever. Why haven't they got these scanners for things so they can climb on a bus? Right, everybody hold the passports up, stamp, stamp. Why haven't they got technology like that, or is it too much for them?
Oh,
It seems that too easy.
Yeah, I think this got mentioned, and I think they come out with a lot of crap excuses on why none of these ideas would work, or why they can't pull into a certain area, everyone get off the coach, walk into a thing, and then do it manually there. It's just excuses and disorganisation and poor piss ball delays, but it's also the sheer volume of traffic. So anyone that's going to watch this and champion and go, oh, this is all Brexit, I want to point you back to each fucking Easter holiday for the last 40 years with the Dover Calais crossing. And if you're going to go, look, we told you Brexit was going to cause all these problems up there down the M20 and A20, I'm going to say the same thing I always say. Where the fuck are my prostitutes?
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
We're waiting for them. You promised me prostitutes all up and down
They're in the mail, Gammon.
Yeah. No, I like it when you point out to the Ramonas, they all turn around and go, oh, no, I can't remember anyone saying that. Oh, I suppose they never said that as soon as we vote for Brexit, there'll be mass unemployment. Oh, shut up.
I'm trying to remember back to when I was at school, certainly, because I lived down in the south, that we would do school trips over to France, wherever. And I seem to have this memory that we would all be on coaches, maybe 3 or 4 coaches from one school. And teachers would come and collect everybody's passports and they would get off the coach. The kid, I don't ever remember going through passport customs or anything like that, being a child on a school trip. The teachers, I think, used to take the passports, get off. They were then dealt with. They got back on the coach and the coach went through. I'm sure that's how it used to work.
I think that's been changed now because they have to do it manually.
Can't hear. Eh?
I think that's all changed now. I think the kids actually have to be physically present with the passports. I think.
Plus, they
I don't know. I don't tend to hang around school kids, to be honest.
Fuck off, tramp.
When my granddad went to France in 1944, he didn't need a passport.
Don't say that.
No.
The French will probably want money for it now.
Yeah. We'll probably send him a bill now, Reef.
Oh.
Well, because France is doing really well at the moment, isn't it?
What, out of our tax money? They seem to be.
Well,
It's the con that keeps on giving the con, isn't it? Go on, give us some more money. Give us a promise this time we'll stop them.
Revolution!
I think what we need to do is no. And this is how it's going to work. Because this is the law. And let's face it, it is the law. When they come out, when your ships divert them into our water, our ships will divert them back into your water, drop them off on the beach that they left off, that they came launched from, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's law. It's maritime law. Why aren't they obeying maritime law?
I don't know, mate, because it does seem quite simple. Why? It's almost like we're giving in to a bully. We're accepting it.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just return the favour and go, oh, fuck off, back to you.
Well,
To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you. Not our problem. Fuck off.
Well, thing is this one. The reason why the French are doing it is because these people have been refused entry into France. Okay? They can't stay. So instead of French paying to ship them off back to their own country, they're shipping them to us, where they're then saying, well, we're claiming asylum, which I can't understand why they're allowing them to do that, because at the end of the day, they can't claim asylum. It's ridiculous to even think that they can. They've come through this country, that country, where it's the first country of port they have to claim asylum.
Yeah.
So why are they then coming to this country and our country's going, yeah, of course you can work. I know we've got a bit of a backlog. It probably take 5 to 10 years for you to actually get through. We'll stick you up in a hotel. No.
Mind you, Callow, look at the present situation. France is war-torn. Literally.
Oh.
I mean, France may be in a bit of bother, but it's not war-torn.
A bit of turmoil, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, but the point of the matter is, these people have been in France for years. You know, so it's like that when some of them admitted that they tried to get through, get rejected, so they then
Fucking knew it, Free State. Fuck off. Fuck off.
had to then save money up for next trip. You know what I mean? It's wrong. They're just something needs to happen, and it needs to happen in France's side, and they need to claim the money from Germany, because Germany went, yeah, it's okay, come to our country. You know, it's great. You know, you can come and you don't need to work. Remember? Angela Merkel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Dirk Diggler.
they shouldn't be getting to us at all. The only people that should be getting to us are the ones that are legally claiming asylum. These aren't claiming asylum. They're claiming asylum because they've been told to, because they know it will take Yeah.
Amongst other
How many
NGOs.
families?
Yeah.
How many families?
Exactly. And not only that, the people that should be coming from France, Germany, or whatever, should already have claimed asylum in whatever country that they're in. And then they should be saying to us, right, we've got X amount, we've proved that they are asylum seekers. Would you take some of them as X amount? And I'm sure the people of this country would be whinging about taking people that are fleeing war-torn countries. No, wouldn't have a problem. I mean, it shows you how bad things are in this country when you've got people that actually fled a war-torn country and then went, oh, we're not sticking with this, we might as well go back and get put up with bombing.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you're talking about that Ukrainian family.
Yeah. You know, It's like, seriously? It tells you how bad things have got in this country, and we're supposed to not be a third world country. I think where we're going, it'll not be long before we are.
Oh, these poor people, though, they arrive on our shores with their Louis Vuitton bags and their Armani shades and their iPhones. You know, you got to feel sorry for the poor fuckers.
Because they've got better fucking trainers and clothes than I've got. You know?
Yeah, they have people. I've seen these trainers.
But they probably got better trainers than a lot of the sane people at the moment that are going, do you know what? I ain't fucking buying from Nike anymore. Nike, arc at me. Nike.
Nike, fuck 'em.
Just tuck it.
Just took it, yeah.
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 Unless, of course, they choose to sponsor us.
Yeah.
No, but this week's sponsors Bud Light, isn't it?
It is actually, yeah.
Bud
Yeah.
Light.
I've got a dress on as we speak.
Do not go there. Do not go there. For the love of God, don't
Let's talk
go
about
there.
InBev. Let's talk about
No,
Go
InBev.
on, wind him up. Go on, wind him up.
Okay, Anheuser-Busch. They own InBev, who makes Stella. Yeah, I'm not boycotting
it's
it,
a bit of
lads.
help.
I'm not boycotting it, sorry.
Oh,
It's a bit of pills.
terrible man. But then again, there you go. If you're watching, we've got a bloke here that drinks it, and as he's just seen, is advertised. If you want to advertise, we'll do it at a cost, of course.
Still
See,
waiting
even
for
then it's still a
Lamborghinis and
glass.
AMGs, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I doubt if we're going to get any advertisement money from your Stella or Twat.
Well, I can't actually ever see
Yeah.
Clark's giving up fucking Stella because of this. I mean, he had no taste with it to begin with, so he's just going to
Oh,
carry
they give me that up. Fucking hell.
Sorry, can somebody translate that pikey drawl? I'm not quite getting it.
I said you got no fucking taste, which is why you drink the old fucking wife beater.
A fucking wife beater, no taste. Oh, I've got you. Yes.
Right, moving on.
Thanks for that thoughtful insight.
No problems. No problems, mate. It's what I'm here for.
Well, moving on, moves on to the same thing about the illegal immigration of the UK, well, of the West, of Europe, with what's happening with Suella Braverman and the barracks. So there was supposed to be, crikey, how many? 500. 500. That huge number that isn't swamped by what's coming over the channel daily anyway. They were supposed to be building an RAF, using. They were planning to house asylum seekers at Braintree in Essex at an RAF base. And now, once again, the human rights lawyers have got involved and said, no. So it's yet another government plan that is seems to be doomed to failure. So getting back to what you were saying, Cal, why don't they just turn the boats around? Well, this could be dealt with by leaving the ECHR, insofar as I'm aware.
Well, the problem is if, like I said, we don't want to do something stupid because of what we need to do is figure out why as politicians are ignoring the law rule and why are all these human rights lawyers seem to be pushing this agenda and our politicians are going, yeah, human rights lawyers have said this, but so human rights lawyers override the fucking rule of law, do they?
I'll tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, no, the human rights lawyers argue within the law and the judges then,
They
insofar
work against this
at me.
country.
Argue at me. I'm not a fucking lawyer. What do I know? But that's the way that I
They work
understand
for
it.
foreigners in
Hang on,
our
hang on.
country.
Let's look at it like this, right? Let's say, I don't know, I'm living on the street, and along comes a bloke, says, right, I'm from government, we've got some barracks from RAF, there's a bed there for you. What are you
Yes,
gonna say?
please.
Well, yeah, exactly. So why are these human rights lawyers saying no, it's not adequate enough? If they're fleeing fucking war and whatnot, anything's adequate. You know, until they've been processed. Because at the end of the day, we can't keep chucking people in hotels and keep paying billions of pounds a year to house these people. We can't. Where's the money coming from?
It's pointless trying to hire them in a military barracks anyway. We already tried that, and if you remember, the Wi-Fi wasn't good enough, and they there was human feces on the windowsill. It wasn't there before they moved in.
Illegal.
Are they still-
Illegal is the word.
Are they still-
Illegal. That's what they are.
Are they still doing it in Wales? You know, where there was a big uproar with the barracks. I'm sure it was Wales.
I think they closed that Welsh one down the same time
Right.
as they closed the one at the historical Shorncliffe barracks.
Right.
Penally.
Penally, yeah. Well, Penali. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I don't know. That's Taffy, isn't it?
The thing that gets me is that they've been living in these so-called camps, and these barracks aren't good enough for them. Well, I'm going to turn around and say, they're not good enough. Well, streets there, go and live on it. And, you know, you'll soon find out that it's not nice and streets of the UK aren't paved with gold because you seem to think they are.
Mm.
I think it's time we get them some tough love. You know, we get it. We're expected, our taxes go up to pay for all this, and what thank you do we get? Note, we have to put up with them when they're misbehaving on streets. We have to put up with them when they're misbehaving, touching kids up and fiddling with kids. It's not on. You're not.
Gary Lineker got a nice little letter off his, didn't he?
Mm.
Had better fucking English than I did.
Well, we all know that were a load of garbage. I mean, Gary Lineker, where I'll take him in, yeah, when they smashed his place up, his son wanted rid of him, didn't he? But he won't admit that, and we're not allowed. It's allegedly.
He had one for a whole week. And I sent him a lovely letter that had better diction than actually Lineker can probably know or was ever taught at school.
And that particular individual was here on what basis?
I don't know, was he an apprentice astronaut?
Well, close to be fair. He was a university placement.
Of course you would be.
Yeah.
From Rwanda?
Well, no, because he'd come over for education, university placement, and all this sort of stuff. And so, well, that's what I read in. But then again, it was in the mainstream media. So,
I mean, the thing that gets me is that we have all this stuff, and it always seems only in this country. I mean, you look in Germany and France. You know, France has got camps with them, living in camps, but nothing said about them sorting them camps out and finding some proper accommodation. No. But
yeah, because surely aren't France in the ECHR? They must be, surely.
Yeah, they given the fuck and played by the rules. It's the same as like with the arguments with the EU, with Italy and France giving favourable energy reductions to factories and stuff. That when we got told we couldn't do it at Port Talbot, why is is that thing? They don't play by the fucking rules, but we have to. You go the camps you're on about, Tiny. You've got the biggest ones that I've ever encountered was in a place called Saint-Denis in northeastern Paris, up near Charles de Gaulle Airport. They're all living under the bridges and shit up there in tents, and there's fucking thousands knocking around in all other little places around France.
That's the thing. How comes we're the only country that's getting slapped with this?
Because we're soft touch full of foreign usurpers.
Like it seems.
If you listen to what the politicians say, they will argue that out of the G7, we are the country. I believe it's out of the G7 is the one that they argue that out of the G7, we are the country that takes the least. Is what is argued. Well, if we are taking the least.
what we actually take. In other words, what we agree to. Maybe what comes across. And don't forget, forget. Let's not forget the fact that they're coming.
Our country is small.
It's not just that; they're coming also down the tunnels. You know, the network tunnel.
Not rats.
Oh, Tramp. I was going to say it, but I thought, nah, Tramp will.
So at the end of the day, we're not even counting them in. All we're counting is the amount that are coming on dinghies. So at the end of the day, how many a year are actually coming here?
Fuck knows.
Exactly.
Fuck knows.
Well, if
It's
you think
impossible to
1,000
tell.
a day for about 300 days a year, as things coming across the channel, around 200 to 300,000.
We can't keep sustaining that. We haven't got the house. Look, what needs to happen is these countries where they're coming from, what we need to do is stop saying to them, right, you've got abundance of coal here, you can't have any coal burning power stations. Instead of that, why don't we start, because you think about the amount of money that's being used housing these bleeders. If we took half of that money and invested it in infrastructure in their countries,
I mean, in an ideal world, I'm fucking totally with you, mate. Yeah, totally with you. But look at all the aid. How many years Africa been begging for money with all the infrastructure? And what did they do when they got the infrastructure? They kicked a certain group of people out, took over it themselves, and it's back to being fucked again. And also on top of that, taking the IQ and ignorance and willful destruction aside, on top of that, there's corruption.
Stop interfering in other people's countries. Fucking leave them be.
I'm not saying that we should interfere in that. What I'm saying is we should invest in their infrastructure. So therefore, the jobs are there and they don't want to leave because they're getting it free over here. Simple as. If they've got no excuse then for coming here. If we don't...
Well, when you say excuse, no reason.
No,
it's more the point. Yeah. Yeah, no reason at all.
Free stuff.
But that's the point. It takes away the reason for wanting to migrate in the first place. 'Cause why would I want to migrate to somewhere when I've got what I need here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of the day,
if they go to country, well, don't want to build their own countries up, do they?
Yeah, but point is, how can I put it? If you look at a lot of countries, they're being paid not to invest in coal burning power stations because of this so-called global warming, yeah?
Yep.
Well, Ukraine was a prime example. Ukraine was a producer and now is a consumer thanks to the beautiful globalists and the West.
Yeah. Yeah, and Zelensky has been on camera, and this one isn't because this was widely broadcast, on camera saying, once this is sorted out, we expect the Kyiv to be a financial hub and centre for the world. With our IT and infrastructure that is going to be put in place. It's like, what the fuck are you on about?
Yeah, you had industries, including armaments, making submarines, doing this, that, and the other. You had loads of ironworks. They had their own coal. Now they got out because the West, in 2014, as we know, put a coup against an elected president and installed their own bisexual, psychopathic, coke-addicted fucking scumbag.
Well said that, man. No, well said that, man.
You missed the Nazi bit out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Is the fascist?
Globalist is a worse word than anything. I think globalism will be a worse word than communism. It'll be a worse word than fascism. Because this globalism, I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. I even think, oh, we're going to put mRNA in your food. No, they're fucking psychopaths. Get fucking rid.
Yeah.
Get them out.
Didn't ask you to do this. Didn't even want you to even think about doing it.
Don't GM my food. You've already ruined my fucking digestive system with your ragged fucking wheat and your crap GMO fucking crops. Fucking leave us all alone, you fucking bastards.
The point is, it's at the end of the day, it's all down to the fact is that don't matter which party into power, they're all gonna stuff us. Because if you think Labour's gonna change its tune,
Yeah.
Not the only party.
Right, the Labour Party has been bought and sold many times. Keir Starmer, is a multi-millionaire. You don't get rich like that by playing the good Samaritan. That guy has got more dirt, more skeletons in his closet, and I think it's time he got brought to book. It's
all of them.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. I mean, I should imagine if everybody knew everything these politicians have been doing. You think about it. A lot of these politicians, when they went into power, they were skinned. They're now the multi-millionaires. Now, what the hell's going off? And then you get
to show you, doesn't it? 60s, 70s, there was hardly a millionaire. It was a politician. Now look at them all.
And the thing that gets me is they turn around in this chair and you hear these people saying, well, I think we should pay politicians more money. Are you for real? Let's get some work out on them for starters. Because let's
have some brain power from them for starters. Because we're living in a fucking upside down world where everything wrong is right and everything right is wrong. They're fucking lunatics, all of them. I think, as educated as you might be, you can still be fucking stupid. And I think they're all fucking stupid.
It's like, I mean, they were talking about we've got to do this before 2030 because we're obligated by law. Obligated by law? By who?
By who?
Did any of us ask to have all this fucking...
No.
None of us.
No, none of us.
So we'd have said no.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're obligated by their law that they sign. Let them be held accountable, not us. We're fed up with this. The council tax year on year keeps going up. I keep hearing this. Well, the government's central has cut the amount of money that these councils or cities or whatnot are getting. You've got this council doing bust. My answer to that is why have these councils... I'll tell you why these councils have got bust. Instead of using the money as it was intended, because don't forget what they did with Iceland Bank thing, they screwed up and wasted a load of money there. They're doing exactly the same again. They're putting money away when they shouldn't be putting money away. When that money comes from that government to do set amount for the people that live within that county or that city or whatever, that's what it should be used for. Let's stop with this bull. And any council that says, right, in January, right, we need to do all this shit to get rid of this money so we haven't got it at end of year. Hang on a minute. That's bad. That is way... If I manage my money like that, you know what I mean?
Cal, two questions. First one's a question, the second one's a statement. Are you saying to me that you're under the impression, because I'm not, that local councils, so government, central government gives out money to the local government, local councils, and you said, and don't forget, Iceland Bank. Are you under the impression that local councils bailed out Iceland Bank?
No.
Right, okay.
Right. Councils like Nottinghamshire County Council invested money. Nottingham's, Newport County or Newport City invested money.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you.
And
then the bank went bust and they lost all this money. Now, my argument is, why are they still doing it, investing money, when the money is not
Yes.
being invested in.
It's not to be invested. That's the job of central government. Your job is to get the fucking work done.
Yes.
Yeah, they should be
Yes.
audited at the end of every
Yes.
year. They should have a full audit.
Yeah, and this is what's getting me. You'll think about it.
Now I'm with you. I understand.
The roads are poorly maintained, and they say, well, because we ain't got enough money, because we've got to put council tax up to cover this. No, stop wasting. Look at Wales. Look, blimey, they lost £7.9 million on a racetrack.
Yeah. What was that about?
You know what I mean? What's going on there?
It was a couple of days ago when it hit the newspaper. I was like, what the? Huh?
You know
What?
I mean? This is disgusting. Wasting taxpayers because they said, oh, it'd create jobs. And when they were told point blank it wouldn't create jobs.
Bomb pot ideas. That's what they're coming up with. Bomb pot ideas and fucking going through it. Listening to fucking idiots.
And let's go for the old 160 million plus. 160 million, we'll just stick at that. 160 million they wasted on a diversion from the Newport tunnels, right? Which always causes a problem. They've dropped the speed limit to 50 to reduce the amount of CO2s, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? They wasted 160 million and then they scrapped the idea. What the hell? 160 million. The Welsh
That should be instant sacking.
should have been prosecuted.
Yeah.
Prosecuted and sacked.
Prosecuted. You've just wasted 160 million pounds and you ain't even got a route, let alone
I agree.
a slab of tarmac.
And you're not even asked.
And then
Where's your consequences? Where's their consequences?
the amount of money that our councils are wasting. I mean, no, you take it some yeah? It might look pretty having all these baskets of flowers and things about, but when things are tight, why are you wasting money on flowers? We don't want flowers. What we want is a road without frigging holes in it, damaging us cars, hurting people that ride bikes and motorbikes when they come off because there's a great big crater. What we
You
want,
don't bring me flowers
Anymore.
but like, and all you get from the politicians, well, it brings people to the county. Really?
No, it fucking doesn't. I mean, honestly,
Billy the Kid.
my hometown, not where I live now, but my hometown, they pedestrianise everything, and it's it's Maidstone, county town of Kent. They pedestrianised all of the centre of it, and it's just not working. Everywhere's closing down, and I, obviously I'm a middle-aged old geezer now, and so I've got a lot of friends in Maidstone. All right, Freestyle. I've got a lot of people I don't know that know me in Maidstone, and I would not go out at night in Maidstone in the town centre, even with a group of my mates. Fuck all that bollocks. It is crime city down there now. There was only last year. Yeah,
killed the high street on Facebook from COVID.
2 years ago. Sorry, there was
Look at the fuel prices, energy prices, all the high streets shut fucking down.
But you think about it, the politicians are wasting money. The councils are wasting money.
Hand over fist.
Yeah, and it's time that when things get tight, we have to tighten our belts. We can't have this, we can't have that. Times are tight. They need to tighten the belt. They need to start saying, right, this is what's important. Not a bunch of hanging flower baskets that somebody has to be paid to go around to water. No, let's have the road sorted. Let's have houses built. Let's do the things that people need. Not wasting money on stupid things like investing in a racetrack. That's the Welsh government. And let's face it.
Rid of for that.
You know what I mean? What is accountability for that? Why?
Unaccountable, isn't he? It seems.
Yeah, it's the fact of the matter is that this devolved government thing. Yeah, it sounds great, but they're just wasting money, absolutely destroying jobs by doing what they're doing.
But it's not only the wasting money in that regard. It's also hasn't Wales got the worst NHS waiting times?
I don't think so. It's getting there, isn't it? No, Scotland is in it.
Flagrant waste of public funds.
I thought it was Scotland then Wales. But at the end of the day, we need accountability from these politicians. You try and find out about what the money your council spent on and when. You have to do it. You can't go online and do it. I mean, why do you have to apply for it? I thought we were supposed, it's taxpayers' money. It should be there online so everybody can see it. This is what we used it on. You only find out stuff that they've wasted money when it's papers because they've been named and shamed for wasting it.
Then people would say no.
I mean, I'm sure the Welsh government bought the Cardiff Airport at one bit, and I'm sure they sold it at a loss or something.
Right, I need a second, lads. You crack on.
But if they stopped wasting money and invested it in doing the proper stuff like houses, better infrastructure, they create jobs and they create the housing that is needed for the for the population. That is, it's not growing because we know this. Is because people are saying, we can't afford to have kids. We can't, and that's the thing. So let's start doing it right, and let's have politicians held accountable. Let's have laws brought in. If they lie, they should be prosecuted. If I lie to tax man, I get prosecuted and get chucked into prison. Some of these politicians stealing money from the taxpayer.
Well, we've got a Welshman in, and he's being very quiet. Are you a bit embarrassed about your own government?
I am a bit, yeah, but quite a lot actually.
So what's your take on it all? You live there. You have to live with it.
I'm not really up to speed to it because I don't follow it.
Okay, I wasn't meaning to throw you under the bus there, I must admit.
Well,
Okay, but what about
the truck.
wasn't there the issue that they were? I think there still may be, isn't the Welsh government introducing the speed limit? Is it the bridge going over the? It's a connecting bridge anyway, and they're saying that they're reducing the speed limit on that due to tyre particulates.
Yeah, they're reducing it down
yes, underneath.
an hour.
Swansea way. Swansea.
For what reason?
Tyre particulates.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, when you think about it, you see, cars have got cleaner. What is it, 90% cleaner since 1990? Yeah, so they couldn't get anything else. And this is the thing that gets me, and I'd love to know why we've only had one side being paid for. What about the other side? Then that said, well, I don't believe you. So give me some money and let me see if what you're saying is right, and let's prove if it is right. But they're not doing that. Now, the point, and I always say this, is when they do these particulate thing, I mean, don't forget we live in a country that is a lot of the time a bit moist.
Yeah.
Now, what happens at them particulates when it's moist? They sink. They hit the ground because the water brings it all down. So why aren't they saying, well, this is what it is on these days, and yes, it's well below. So why do we need, to?
You just go higher than that, don't you? And we start with the green agenda that they've got and the carbon, and we argue the fact that it's the biggest load of scam and bollocks that's ever comes out every 10 years. There's always something fucking different.
Wait until 2030, to be quite honest, because we should all be dead. We should all be burning. Remember that?
By now,
No,
shouldn't it?
after the fact, it was 2018. It was 10 years from 2018, so it's 2028. We should all be on fire.
It's very easy to work out, and it went with the COVID and everything. You see, the birds and the animals, they didn't go out and panic and and make a fuss and squabble about and make the world different. The world never changed, ever. These cunts are making it change by their policies and what they think, and what they think is a load of shit. And the fact is, they're making it law and making you pay for a load of shit. And I mean, it's the biggest load of shit you'll ever come across. These people are liars, they're scam merchants, they're criminals, they're corrupt, and they all need taking from power.
Don't take my word for it, but you can go back and you can look on Question Time. What is her name? That Green MP.
Lucas.
Caroline Lucas.
Yes. She said the only way to get everybody to cut down on their gas and electricity was to put prices so high that they can't afford to have it. And she said that. Right. She said that years ago. Look what's happening now. Gas prices, electricity prices are rocketed. Diesel price have rocketed. And why? And counts. And the thing that gets me is that you've got fuel stations or fuel companies, especially like Asda and that, pushing the price of petrol lower and hiring the price of diesel so that the price of petrol can be lowered to it at the level it's at. Now, the point of the matter is, it's just greed, because they know something like, 67% of vehicles that are filling up are diesel.
Again, it's all lies. It's all bollocks.
Yeah, it is.
We cleaned up the world, sort of the beginning of the last century. Past the Industrial Revolution, all that, we all cleaned it up. It became easy, and we sorted it all out. We'd never made a difference anyway. It was only, within our own cities, smugs, blah, blah, blah. But we sorted it all out.
Turn around and said, how many people have died since records have started through the so-called one? And they're not 100% certain on that, because they didn't really have the where he lived before, what job he did.
Oh, you're talking about the low emission zones, the ULEZ thing that Sadiq Khan's promoting, saying that there's been
another criminal.
Yeah.
Criminal.
What were it? 4,000 deaths a year.
Yeah.
And since records have started,
one.
And they can't even 100% turn around and say he actually died of it at fuel emissions. So therefore, it's all a lie. And why hasn't he been arrested?
And also, I mean, I know he holds a position of inverted commas power. It's a 4.5 litre bulletproof fucking Range Rover.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many birds and dogs with asthma or breathing problems, have you?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Don't give him ideas, Tramp. Don't give him my. Oh God.
Yeah, there'd be what you call it now. My dog's got asthma.
Oh well, my rabbit's got long COVID.
Yeah,
you wouldn't fucking believe it.
COVID. Yeah.
But it is. We've been conned and we've been ripped off in the process. I mean,
why?
It's like that, turning around and saying, that oil, we're going to run out of oil in the next 10 years.
We're not. We can't.
No.
It's like
Exactly.
James Bond, isn't it? We're against Spectre.
All right. We're going to run out of gas. We never run out of gas.
We won't.
It's impossible to run out of gas.
Even from some of the more moderate side, we've got around about 400 years worth of supply at the moment of oil. Oil is continuously being generated. So in 400 years' time, we're going to have
more.
Either more or the same.
It's all the do-gooders, isn't it? Who've got bomb-pot ideas. They haven't got a fucking bit of common sense in the fucking head. And people are listening to them. And these corrupt fucking people are backing them against our own people that live in our country, our own citizens.
Yeah.
The thing is this, right? They're on about bringing a tax in on boilers, an extra £100 a year for your boiler, yeah? Right? Now, here's the thing. So it'll be a tax on your boiler until you get rid of it, right? Now, here's the big problem. Bosch, the biggest maker of these, what they're called, heat pumps, yeah?
Heat pumps, yeah.
I turned around and said, anybody that's got a house built between this year and this year, you can't have them because they don't work. Now, am I going to get a tax exemption from that because my house is built in that frame period? I mean,
really is a Bosch.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you'll think about it. Now they're all coming out and actually saying it. You'll think about it. You've got companies like Toyota, BMW turning around and saying EVs are not the future. They're saying we've got to look at other options because EVs aren't the future. I mean, this country, has signed up and is still pushing with it 2030, which I do believe it will be pushed over. Because in 2030, the infrastructure will not be there. People cannot afford these new cars. They're too expensive. It's no good saying that, the more people buys them, the cheaper they're going to get. Have you seen the price?
I knew we'd get round to EVs somehow.
You and your bloody cars.
Yeah, but the point of the matter is, this is what we're getting pushed into. These heat pumps, they don't work. And I've seen these people going, we've had heat pumps fitted, look at it's minus outside, and it's 21 in here, we've got it set. Yeah, you plonker. Your immersion heater's kicked in, and that's what's heating water up. Not your heat pump. It can't extract heat from zero, you mong. You've got to have some heat out there. So it's all electric again. It's pushing you onto electric. Where's the electric coming from? Why are they pushing us onto all electric? What they're going to do? Take everybody out of Scotland, put them into England, and build a place where all wind turbines are, all solar panels are, and all nuclear power stations, because that's what it'll take just to power all the homes.
Yeah, we need a huge, huge political upheaval to get these absolute elite idiots away from our power and run our country, because they're just running it into the ground, all for their own benefit.
We're never going to get. I mean, wind turbines should be banned. Let's be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
They're killing birds.
And marine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the turbine blades themselves can't be recycled.
Yeah, and they're meant to be green. Just kill all the animals. Oh, really green are you?
But then again, let's look at the way they want us all to eat no meat. They all want us to go vegetarian.
They want us to eat bugs.
No, they want us all to be vegetarian. Or vegans, that's it, vegans. They want us all to be vegans, right? But here's the thing. They also want to, apparently, reforest certain parts of land. Yeah.
So they can chop it. Well, they're
So
chopping it all
you
down for
have
wind
less
farms.
land to grow crops, but they're saying, well, most of the land's used by cattle for grazing. No, you dimwit. The reason why that happens is so that land can be left so it's not in permanent use. If it was in permanent use, the amount of stuff that you'd have to keep putting into the land would eventually poison the land.
I was watching a video just talking about this, about farming, the farming. It shows the level of expertise I have on this, the farming. Fucking, and it was, again, it's getting back to you, Taffy. I don't mean to throw you under the bus, but it was your neck of the woods. It was about sheep destroyed hillsides, a reason to ban sheep from the Welsh valleys.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Sheepgrass. Sheepgrass is the softest grass you can come across because it's been grazed over. It's soft. It's lovely. Fucking ruining the side of the mountain. Oh, fuck. Look at my face. Fuck off.
The thing is, let's say we did ban these sheep from grazing up this mountain, yeah? This grass then grows. During the summer period, it gets very dry, and these little kiddies with the little matches set it on fire. What damage will be done then?
Well, more to the point, when it said the devastation to the habitat and the wildlife, now, to give the correct answer, the geezer that obviously that is sane, he's gone through and gone, God, yeah, look where this sheep has been. It's all muddy here and the grass is missing there. And look, there's this big water puddle. And he puts his hand in the water puddle and he pulls out all this frog plankton. And all of the life and the biodiversity that is taking place because of the natural farming methods that have been developed over fucking many centuries.
Yep. It's been lifelong and learned. And these people are just wiping their ass with it all.
I felt the vein throb then for a second.
Oh, watch out. You don't want another.
Yeah.
It is. Being told that we need to stop doing this and we need to stop doing that. And I travel up and down the roads and I see at this time of year farmers with their tons of cow dung, horse shit, pig shit, whatever. It's piled up at side, ready to be spread across them fields to be turned over for growing in. Now, without that, what you're going to fertilise? Oh, that's right. We're going to have to use manufactured fertilisers. And where does that come from? Oh, that's right. By digging it out of the earth. Oh, well, let's just create more craters. Let's leave more scarring for the earth. It's pathetic. It's time. When we see these people, if we meet them in the street, just stand there when they preach, go, shut up, you moron.
Shut up,
you
like
moron.
we used to.
Shut up, you moron.
That's where there were no idiots. We got rid of all the fucking idiots because at school they were told to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they never opened their mouths again. It was fine. Look at them all now. And then every one of them's been listened to. Tell them to shut the fuck up.
I have to agree. That should be possibly next week's topic. Shut up, you fucking moron.
You mong.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we need vegetables in our life. But we also need meat.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But, like, you know what I mean? We need meat. Like these things here. You know what I mean? I mean, in your case, Flux, yeah.
Fucked. All right, we'll have round two. We've only got a few minutes to go, mate. 6 minutes, you're on.
On like Donkey Kong.
What about the vegetables? Oh, they'll have the same.
But like, it's like, I mean, I heard that some of these, these big greenhouses, they're not running them because they can't afford the electricity.
Yeah. Indeed.
I just can't believe that. You know, these
Yeah, but
greenhouses should be given an exemption because it is food. It's not a, shall we say, it's not
Luxury.
Yeah, it is a must for people to survive.
It's an essential need, not a luxury.
Yeah,
Indeed.
it shows
And
how the government looks after you, isn't it? The fact is that your gas and electric goes up so high that you can't put your heating on. So you think of an alternative and you go to wood stoves. And then they start banning that as fucking well. They're absolute twats. They have not got our best interests at heart at all. They work with some foreign I'm sick to death of them. Really am.
That's the thing, though. They aren't twats, are they? What they are is just doing the bidding of their masters.
Twats.
point of the matter is, it's like we keep saying, and we keep jumping back to this. Plants, 150 parts per million will not grow. We need to keep it up.
We do. We're on a low carbon cycle, aren't we?
Even the vegans will end up dead. Are they this stupid?
Well, no, they're alive now.
It's a dumbing down of the education system as well. It's really not helping, because if you have a look at the only one that I know about is in America. If you ever look at the people that are our generation, say 54 down to mid to late 30s that have got kids, this is all bollocks. This is all weird and strange. The generation underneath that, their kids now, if you do a poll on them, over 50% agree with all of this nonsense. And so with as if this, I think it's too late.
90% of them have got ADHD. Some of them have got this. Some of them have got that. You shut them up and lock them up for 2 fucking years. Yeah, it's going to be a healthy society, you wankers.
But then again, maybe it was already too late for all of these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
Too late.
Maybe we never had it in the first place.
Never too late.
You think about it, you know. At the end of the day, like I say, in 30 years, 40 years, 2 billion people are going to disappear off this, off maybe plus 2 billion, because that is they're going to be the gap.
So.
Well, they've actually said it. Scientists have actually said, you know, there's going to be a big.
Hang on, are we going to trust the science?
Yeah,
here's the thing.
You know.
We know for ourselves.
Have another shot.
You know, do a bit of homework. The gap. See from us. I mean, how many kids you got, Flux? Exactly. How many kids did me and the one kid?
I might have 3.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Got others in here. Some have got none. Some have got 1, maybe 2. You need 3 to keep this. I mean, and if you're looking at America, especially with the black families, you know, they're having 1 or 2 kids. You know, yeah, they're using Planned Parenthood to get rid of the other kids.
And also, it's not just over here, because I was watching another documentary about China, and the guy was saying it is inevitable that there's going to be a population decline, more than that, more of a collapse.
Yeah, what is it? 600,000 people in the next 20 to 30 years. That's what they're going to drop down to. 600 million.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
600 million. You think about that compared to what they're at, 1.4. But obviously, 1.4 billion there at the moment. But they're trying to make them have kids, and they're not doing it. They've said no, we don't want kids.
They're fucking with the planet and they're fucking with the people in it.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit 10 o'clock. So, if anybody would like to join us, if there is anybody watching, of course, in Discord, I'm sure somebody can sort that out. And failing that, if everybody wants to say goodbye.
And
Goodbye.
in the description down below, it's there. You can just click on it, and it'll take you to us lunatics in Discord. You can come and see these fuckers taking piss out of me as usual. I don't know.
Yeah. Who'd have thought it? Right, goodbye.
Right, go.
Goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them.